Well, hello there, dear viewer. If you like Starfield, you may want to, sooner or later, play as Han Solo, who doesn't want to be a witty, cynical smuggler, but deep inside a real good guy. For a few reasons, I couldn't make my character exactly like Han Solo. One, I suck at faces. Second, this game laser pistols are so painfully mid, I had to go ballistic. Never mind, I will make do with a character vaguely inspired by Han Solo, like that old loser from The Force Awakens. Nah, he is much more like Han Solo. He is an excellent pilot, pulling off amazing stunts when flying his amazing ship, the Eon Hawk, that I made by buying a stronghold ship I always wanted, scratching most of it, keeping just the super expensive unattainable parts, like the reactor and the grav jump, and then rebuilding anything else from scratch. It turned out to be a really good multi-purpose ship with decent cargo size, impressive durability and weapons. I know, canonically the Millennium Falcon was a piece of junk.
What a piece of junk!
Nevertheless, I wanted the character to perform well in dogfights, and in Starfield you need a C-class ship in the late game. On the ground, he is also a really good combatant. That's thanks to the choice of weapons and perks. The Keelhauler is a terrifying weapon in the right hands. It requires a bunch of perks to really perform, so I used all of those. And on top of that, my space scoundrel is also pretty good at making money, which may allow you to get that dream ship of yours quite early. He earns a lot by selling contraband. So I guess we should start with a quick guide to smuggling in Starfield. So as soon as you can get out of the tutorial quests, deliver the initial artifact and ignore the rest of the main quest, just get those credits and the boost pack and leave them hanging. It was my pleasure and honor to finally play this game without those overgrown children telling me their sob stories at every given opportunity. Now you need to make some improvements to your ship. The money Sarah paid you should more than cover the expenses. You need to land at the Red Mile, a casino found in Porrima 3 in the Porrima system. There you need to find your new bestie, Mr. Lon Anderson. He will sell you shielded cargo and a scan jammer for your ship. Now you can avoid scanning while approaching a patrolled planet in space. Technically, you can skip this step though, because in the Wolf system there is a space station called the Den. Get it? Wolf Den. Todd, you are so creative. Anyway, there is trade authority there and no patrols or scanning on approach. Ergo, you can sell all your contraband there. But if you would like to have a choice of buyers, they do sometimes run out of credits after all, Lon Anderson is your first destination. From there, it would be nice to actually acquire some contraband, a whole bunch of it actually. In the Olympus system, in the orbit of the planet Nesoi, there is an abandoned star station casino, the Almagest. Clear out the spaces, find a slightly hidden room where you can also win the jackpot, and look for a crate with a lot of contraband in it. The location respawns entirely every in-game week, which means you can farm its contraband items. There is a more fun and engaging way of obtaining contraband though. Random Spacer and Crimson Cringe vessels have a contraband item, usually lying around somewhere in the cockpit, so docking them can be quite rewarding for a character like this, and quite easy with our set of skills. You can be a smuggler that only steals from other smugglers, you know, heart of gold. Heart of gold. Now for the important stuff, the character build. I find it interesting that this guy is so good at so many things. I focused on the tech and combat skills, hopefully portraying someone who really knows his way around his trusted space vessel, but who also doesn't need to run away from a fight. I thought I will need many more skills, but no, we are more than done at level 50. We start as a space scoundrel, obviously, with the pistol certification and piloting skills being immediately useful and later maxed out. Persuasion is also a background skill, but after some consideration I thought it would be mostly wasteful to develop it further. It's also not quite within my roleplay idea. Han was actually quite horrible at talking his way out of trouble, too honest. So you could also consider the soldier background, unlocking piloting skill at level 2 or 3. I also couldn't resist the wanted trait again. It looked at me funny. It's a bit like the original Han Solo's Jabba the Hutt problem, and the buff you get at low HP can occasionally save your life. It's a really fun trait.
It insists upon itself, Lois.
Now, very early in the game, some fights are quite overwhelming. I decided to give myself an option to pull off some sneak attacks at least sometimes and invest 4 skill points in stealth. One of my weapons is the Elegance, a unique, silenced, semi-automatic pistol. It throws a real punch by itself, but as a silenced weapon it gets extra damage from stealth. Later in the game, running and gunning will become a feasible strategy, as feasible as stealth or more, and way more satisfying. But you will always have a choice in approach, which I really appreciate. For min-maxing purposes, you can of course ignore the stealth skill entirely. Then from the social skills we need Commerce 4, Persuasion 1 and Scavenging 2, and maybe, if you wish, Deception 4. Commerce was maxed out so that I can sell all my contraband items for the best prices and make the money for my dream ship ASAP. Admittedly, you can choose to invest much less in the skill. The ammo can be a problem though. Both Elegance and the Keelhauler use expensive rare ammo, so in the end I thought Commerce was worth it. Also, for the reason of expensive rare ammo, I think Scavenging is going to be a godsend. Rank 2 improves your chances of finding ammo in containers, and Rank 1 does the same with credits. No need for the further ranks, creds for the ammo and ammo itself will, over time, make quite the difference in your cash flow. Deception is a skill used for pirating and avoiding cargo scans. I only needed the latter. I wouldn't attack and board an innocent civilian when it's pirates and spacers who have all the juicy contraband. Since the den exists, the entire skill is completely optional for the build. Then the combat skills: Pistol Certification 4, Ballistics 4, Rapid Reloading 4 and Targeting 4. All of these are unlocked to make the Keelhauler a true weapon of mass destruction, and also offset its innate weaknesses. You see, Keelhauler is an automatic mag-shot pistol with excellent rate of fire as well as great damage per shot for an automatic weapon, but it also has 6 bullets in the magazine, so you reload it all the time. Rapid reloading is a must. Rank 4 of Rapid Reloading gives you a 50% chance to reduce the reload time even more after each hit, and since we hit a few times per second with this bad boy, it amounts to 80% faster reload time at its best, and that best happens a lot. Targeting is another great one for the Keelhauler. It will greatly improve your accuracy without aiming, and at rank 4 you get a 10% chance to disarm the targets of your hip shots. 10% per hit doesn't look like much, but with this insane rate of fire it happens all the time. We also need quite a few skills in the tech tree. Boost Pack Training 1, just so we can use it. Piloting 4, for obvious reasons. Security 4, to loot without any problems. Engine Systems 4 for the extra ship speed and boosts. Shield Systems 4 to take more beating easily. Starship Engineering 4 for the extra repair speed of the ship's systems. I also took Starship Design all the way to the 4th rank, so I have the access to all the coolest modules for my ship. As I said, you can just buy a ship with all that you need, keep all the modules you can't buy without Starship Design, and modify everything else, so it can be considered a waste of skill points to go this deep into this skill. If you want to be more efficient and min-maxing, go for armor penetration in the combat tree instead. Targeting control systems is at 1. This is all I needed for docking, and I also needed a few other perks. Engine systems and shield systems are both a little bit defensive, one allowing you to avoid attacks by boosting at least on rank 4, and the other just improving your defenses generally. With extra repair speed, it can make your vessel really hard to take down. I refrained from improving any of my weapon systems. I thought defense and avoiding attacks was more appropriate for Han Solo. He pulled off quite a few amazing escapes. Honestly, this was the most fun I had in space so far in this game, and also in direct combat on the ground. Everything just works so well together. Now for the gear. Yes, as I said, the Keelhauler is going to be a game changer. Originally I thought I would play this character without any faction quests. Just wander around, board some pirates, make a lot of money, but the Keelhauler was too darn tempting. And in the end, dismantling the Crimson Fleet is fun. The Keelhauler is a legendary mugshot with many mods and 3 rarity effects, but the staggering effect is worth it by itself. The description claims it's a small chance to stagger the target, but again, with this rate of fire, even the smallest chance is a high chance per combat. With your perks, you can now disarm and stagger frequently, enabling the run and gun insanity you probably have seen a few times in this video already. A secondary weapon, Elegance, can be bought in Aquila City. It fires fast, it has a silencer, and is quite accurate without much recoil, at least much less than the Keelhauler has. It also bears the shattering effect, ignoring a bit of armor. It does stack with the armor penetration skill, so if you want to replace Starship Design with armor penetration, you get another very OP weapon. I would often start a fight with some sneak attacks using the Elegance just to switch to the Keelhauler when things get a bit more heated. These 2 choices meant I had no need to modify my weapons myself, hence no science skills needed. For the suit, helmet and pack, well, I didn't want to do any more quest lines, so I had to rely on random loot. Keep an eye out for the defensive effects like Combat Veteran as well as Repulsing, because it adds another small chance to disarm enemies. This time it is when they attack you. And now you have a character ready to take on everything and anything. Slick and sharp smuggler with amazing gunplay and the ability to make a lot of money, and a rather cool ship allowing him to freely explore the entire map, graph jump everywhere, slay anything. We don't use any powers here. Hans doesn't trust all that mystical mambo-jumbo, he trusts in his wits and ship and his gun. Also, replaying the main quest gives me a migraine, so finally I don't need to. Have a lot of fun, subscribe, like and so on. Consider supporting me on Subscribe and or with the super thanks button down there. We will see each other again. Bye!